Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It's our pleasure, our honor to do this event every single month right here at the SLC TV studios. We do it the third Monday. We do it at noon. We throw in the old bribe of Jimmy John's sandwiches and iced tea. And today we're excited because Bobby Malik from Jimmy John's is actually going to be on the show. We've been talking about having him on.
So exciting.
He's in the studio. He's not mic'd yet, but I'm pretty sure he cannot escape. So he will be on the show very shortly. So we're excited about that. I come every month just so I can spend a little bit of time with this guy. It's the one, the only Paul Tagliari, Executive Director of Minor League Facilities.
Finally got it right.
From the Mets.
Nice.
The entire Mets organization.
The entire Mets. Glad to be
How
here.
How are you?
I thought we did this last week. It goes
I know,
quick,
it
doesn't it?
does
We always
go
say
fast.
that to you.
And I tell you that people do these things every single day.
Wow.
We don't have enough to say.
Nope.
But
I'm
we
looking
did.
Forward to it. Looking forward to today's show.
Yeah, it's been a very eventful month for us. July is St. Lucie Mets.
Fireworks.
Yes.
Had a great crowd.
Yeah.
And we have what's August 3rd is the reading festival, right? Back to school
reading
Same
thing.
festival.
Yes.
Saturdays are fireworks shows. You could tell I'm not there much
I
because
know,
I travel.
that's all right. You were in other
and
facilities.
I need those Saturdays to spend with my wife because I want to stay married.
Oh.
Just got that one, you know? That's a good one, huh?
Yes, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I've used it before, and now I see you're going to.
I'll footnote you on that.
Yeah, okay, very good. As long as I get cited, I'm okay with that. But that's very true. And for those of you at home, if you don't come down, you missed the inside joke there.
Exactly.
But it's a good one. And they missed Jimmy John's subs. So we always tell them, it's open to the public, it's free. Come on down.
Subs are free.
The subs are free. Everything's free. The jokes is free.
Yep, that's it. So who do we have today?
We've got the ARC is going to be with us today. They've been around for a long time, and I'm excited to talk about the ARC of St. Lucie.
Hey,
Well, they're going to tell us
Okay.
about it. I
Gotcha.
won't take over her spiel.
All right.
We'll let
All
her
right.
tell us all about it. So we're going to visit with the ARC. We're going to visit with Bobby. We're going to talk about subs. And then we, of course, have a game to play. And I think Bobby might either be our referee or he can play. Because it's his first time.
I'll
can't
have a
make
chance
him play.
if he plays. I used to spend a lot of time with Bobby, so I know.
Oh, you're feeling good about
yeah,
it. So
feeling good.
insult the guest before we even get him mic'd up.
He's a baseball player in
Oh,
college.
okay.
So.
That's not his. That wasn't his thing. Book learning. All right. Well, stay with us, everybody, because we'll be right back with our first guest today. Of course, it will be the ARC. Welcome back to Covering the Bases with the Mets. I'm Teresa Aronson. I am, of course, here with the one, the only Paul Tagliari. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
As always. And thank you for being the sponsor of the show. We do the show once a month. It's the third Monday. We do it at noon. Bobby throws in some Jimmy John's subs. We pick up some iced tea. We have a little picnic in the hallway here at the SLC TV studios at the corner of 25th, Virginia. It's free. It's open to the public. Come on down, and you will get to hear, not only will you eat, but you'll get to hear about some of the great resources in the community. And I want to thank Paul for being our partner in this, because that's why we do this.
Thank all these people for always coming.
I know it. We got a full house
today. A lot of familiar
today.
faces.
Yeah, yeah. It might be the Jimmy John's, but I'd like to think it's because of us.
That's all right. We need a little, bait out there to get people to come watch you and I.
Yes, some prizes and some food. We know what works.
Yep.
But we do like to hear about the resources that we have in St. Lucie County, and that's why we do this show, and that's why you agreed to be my partner in it.
Absolutely.
So I want to introduce today's guest, and it is, of course, Debbie Van Sluten. She is the Executive Director of the ARC of St. Lucie.
Yes, and thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
And is it St. Lucie County or just St. Lucie?
It is St. Lucie County. We
Okay.
serve the entire county.
Very good. And what do you do?
Well, we're a nonprofit. We've been in the area for over 50 years. Our niche is serving kids and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Okay.
We have several programs serving those needs, but our mission basically is to empower those people with disabilities to lead a full life, participate in the community, and just have a better quality of life. Part of the issue of the need for our services is that kids will be in high school with the ESE program you may have heard of, Exceptional Student Education.
Yes.
But they can go to school up until age 22. So what happens after 22? instead of living home with mom and dad, not knowing where to go, what to do, our services include a day program for adults age 22 and above.
Okay.
We're out on Kirby Loop Road near the college.
Uh-huh.
And we have about almost 100 folks who come every day from 9 to 3. And we provide all kinds of activities, training, and field trips. And it's, not wanting them to stay at home.
Right.
We want them to come out into the community, take part in field trips, and whatever we can do to further their education as well. Some need a lot of assistance, and some are a little more capable than others.
And it probably provides a little bit of a respite for their primary caregiver.
Exactly, yes.
So they're not inundated,
Exactly.
24 hours a
yes.
day.
And I know you bring a lot of the folks out to the St. Lucie Met games.
Yes,
so-
they thoroughly
Yeah, they
enjoy
have a
the
lot of
games.
fun, yeah.
Yes, it's awesome.
I've seen them out there,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And some of them, you have varying levels, so how do you handle that? You have 100 people, and they must be on definitely different
Correct.
playing fields.
Right.
So to speak.
They're thoroughly assessed before coming into our program, and we decide on like a staffing level. We call it staffing patterns. Those who need a lot of assistance have a 1-to-1 staff. And then it goes from a 1 to 3 staff, 1 to 5, 1 to 10 group. So the higher functioning folks work with 1 staff, and we have 10 in a group, which you can imagine can get a little, you have 10 individuals and want to do 10 different things,
Yeah.
so it can get a little challenging at times. So it depends on their assessments when we first take them into the program. And we also, if I can get the plug in on our children's program, that's
Sure.
unique to ARCS in the state of Florida and nationwide, actually, in that our children's program serves kids with special needs between ages 5 and 22. So we have an after-school program because it's really hard to get some of these guys into a regular
Traditional
daycare.
daycare, yeah. They're not
Correct.
going to go to all-around gymnastics or.
Yes, correct. So we're able to provide services to the kids for after school and the summer camp program. Right now we're in full swing with summer camp with about 30 to 40 kids a day. Again, more activities, field trips, and keeping them skilled still in schoolwork, so they don't lose that school training over the
Right.
summer. There's
Learning
no
just
regression. Correct.
Keeping those study habits up.
Yes, we keep that up with them.
I said
so.
daycare. I know I'm not allowed. I'm on the Early Learning Coalition. I'm not allowed to say daycare. So I'm going to correct that. But I'm supposed to say early education.
That works.
There you go.
Early
Okay, very
education. But that's fully funded by the Children's Services Council, and without that grant money, we could not have this program. And it's such a help to the parents in that there's a safe place for the kids to go after school. There's a safe place for them to be during the summer. And again, continuing their educational goals throughout the summer as well. So that's a little unique. A lot of ARCs can't afford to provide services to children because most of our funding comes through Medicaid. And so money's usually a little tight. And if we didn't have this grant from Children's Services Council, we probably wouldn't be able to do the program. But so that's a little unique as far as our ARC.
And you said ARC's been around for 50 years.
Over 50 years in one form or another throughout in the county.
And
yes.
it's a national program?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you for asking. We
Sure.
are part of the ARC of Florida, and we are also a part of the ARC of the United States. So it's really a huge nationwide organization, which provides us even more resources and information through the state with other chapters or through the national coalition. So there's an ARC in almost every county in Florida. So it's it's not well known, and we're just trying to get the word out a little more about the ARC and what we do, and keep participating in the community, like the chili cook-off.
Yes,
that was
did
a
you
fun
do the
event.
chili
We did.
cook-off?
We did Rocky and Bullwinkle, and
Okay,
people
'cause
my
it was
age
cartoons
knew.
this year. Yeah.
I kind of showed my age maybe a little.
Yeah.
with
All the
Rocky,
little kid,
but-
like, who's Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
But there was a movie that came out in like 2012, I think.
There
a new
was.
Rocky
So,
and
yeah.
A
Bullwinkle,
live
right?
person
Yeah.
movie, actually, with
Yeah.
Rene Russo or somebody like
Correct.
that. I
Yeah.
think.
Robert De Niro. and all
Yeah,
that. So I
yeah.
thought, well, maybe some of the kids would know about Rocky and Bullwinkle. But we had little wind-up toys with the characters, Natasha
Gotcha.
and Boris and Rocky and and Bullwinkle. So those were popular, even though the kids might have been like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
It was-
It's not a Minion. It's not
Yeah.
Exactly.
What were the Mets? Did you guys have a theme?
Oh.
Up. Oh, I love Up. That's
It's a
probably.
movie?
Oh, it's the best movie. How? He's broken. He needs to see Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But I don't know what the characters dressed like, to be honest with you. Just hold some balloons.
There was a Boy Scout.
Oh, the
there
Boy
was
Scout,
like
yeah, yeah.
Casey was a bird
Oh, yeah.
with the colorful nose, like a
Yes,
toucan.
and the
or-
dog. Squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were next to us actually.
Okay,
so
yeah,
they were
right.
really dressed up. I remember the nose, yes. So we had bullwinkle ears and a Rocky little flying helmet thing. So
Yeah.
we didn't go all out on it, but it was fun. It really is. The chili cook-off is fun.
Good.
Good event.
Mark from the chamber's on their board, and he was out representing. We had our ambassador team. What were our ambassadors? Bob the
Builder.
Builders. Oh, an oldie but a goodie too.
Yeah.
Very good.
So how many full-time employees do you have?
We have almost 80 staff.
Wow.
So we're, relatively large employer.
Sure.
We're serving about 150 kids and adults and still trying to grow that and try to, all of our facilities right now are in Fort Pierce, so we want to really try to expand to Port St. Lucie. We also have group homes or residential homes in Fort Pierce. There are 4 of them that people might not even know. There are
I didn't
clients
know.
with
Yeah.
intellectual and developmental disabilities living next door to them. It's just, they're right in the neighborhood. They participate in the community events. And the 4 homes are throughout Fort Pierce. There's 6 people in each home.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, just trying to get the word out more about what we do and where we are and whatever community events we can participate in and our clients.
So do you have to do local funding as well? Like, do you have a match program? Do you need to get some funds locally?
We are trying to increase our membership. We actually have a
Okay.
membership program. That way you're also in with the ARC Florida and ARC of the United States, so that you can be up on the news nationwide as far as intellectual and developmental disabilities and what we do. And there's some good information out there, not just for parents, but just generally to educate people about what we do. And so we're working on a membership drive, and we're working on connecting with more businesses, and I really need to come to more chamber events.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
I hear that a lot on the show. Don't feel
I
that.
bet you do.
So what kind, the membership, who is a good candidate for membership?
Anybody in the community. You don't have to, you may, everybody probably knows somebody with a disability. It
Sure.
really, is, whether it's autism or cerebral palsy or mental retardation or intellectual disability or Prader-Willi syndrome's kind of getting more known.
Well, I've never heard of that one.
It's actually, I have to confess, I came from the Arc of Alachua County in Gainesville. So
Okay.
I'm new to the Treasure Coast, been here about a year, love it, really, really like it here. It's very special and unique here. So those Prader-Willi syndrome is actually something that's wrong with one of your genes that you don't get, and you just have an insatiable appetite.
Oh.
So you can imagine some of the issues with
Yeah.
them trying to find a job, and they're like pulling the little ketchup things out of the garbage.
I've seen that before.
So,
I think I saw.
yeah.
I didn't know what it was called, but I watched something.
Prader-Willi syndrome,
Yeah.
and it starts as a baby.
Wow.
It's discovered early on, which most intellectual and developmental disabilities are discovered early in childhood. They're lifelong, and so we know we need to provide these services for the family and the person even after they get out of the school system.
So membership is just like anybody can join. You're really just helping out.
Anybody can join. It will help our general operations. We can find grant funding and
Okay.
Medicaid money for providing a certain service.
Right,
But
it's
as far
limited.
as, there's
Yeah.
all those overhead operational costs that
People
that
don't always
also-
understand that when you get grants or you're provided federal, it is for something this specific, and anything beyond that
Has to qualify for it, right?
Yeah, it has to be
Exactly,
from
right.
another pocket of money, and that's where it becomes difficult for nonprofits.
For example, we have a transportation network as well. We have a fleet of 24 buses and vans, and they run all over St. Lucie County, mostly between here and Port St. Lucie, but we can get funding to buy one of those big CDL buses kind
Right.
of thing. But as far as the gas and the maintenance costs for wheelchair lift repairs and those kind of things, no, that's
That's got to
on
come from a
us.
different
Yeah.
pocket.
Exactly. So,
Well, very
we
good.
can always use the money.
Let's give everybody at home the information on where to go to if they want to become a member, or if they want more information, if they have somebody that might need your services.
Mhm.
So where can they contact?
Our best place would be our website, which is arcofstlucie.org, or our main administrative office is 468 468-7879.
468-7879.
Correct.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much
Thanks,
for coming
Debbie.
today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Telling me a little bit more about ARC, because I've known about it, but I wasn't exactly sure everything they did, so I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
And we will be right back with Bobby Malik from Jimmy John's. Welcome back to Covering the Bases with the Mets. I'm here with Paul. Of course, I'm Teresa. And now we have, for the very first time, we've been talking about getting him on the show. And I'm so happy he's here because he is the generous donator of our lunch today and every third Monday of the month when we do this for free at SLC TV Studios. Please welcome Bobby Malik from Jimmy John's.
Yeah, thanks. Glad I could be here finally.
I'm glad you're here too. Paul brought you on board because you have a long history with Mr. Taglieri, if I'm not mistaken.
Sometimes too long, but yeah.
I think everybody that knows him feels that way.
What was your first year with the St. Lucie Mets?
Bobby,
2003.
for those of you that don't know, Bobby's a former ball player,
Former ball
AAA with the Mets organization, and you were here in St. Lucie in
A couple years, yeah.
couple years?
Yeah. So I've known this guy since 2003, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Won the
15
championship
years.
in 2003?
We did, yeah.
You were drafted in what year?
2002.
2002.
Out of where?
Michigan State.
Oh, you know I'm a
Sparty.
Buckeye.
Yeah.
We'll let that
Ohio
pass.
State. You cut me, I bleed scarlet and gray. That's all right. I'll forgive you because you brought lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm easy.
Yeah.
So, out of Michigan, and you went with the Mets organization. Did you stay with Mets your whole career?
I didn't. I ended up getting let go by the Mets in 2007. Did the whole independent ball, Mexico,
Oh,
and then
Mexico.
got picked up by the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
So I spent 2008 with them. And then this guy got me a job as a hitting coach.
Aw.
Came
So-
back as our hitting coach.
Yeah. So then I was with the Mets coaching for about 6 years after that.
So nice.
Yeah.
And then you bought some Jimmy John's.
And then I got into the Jimmy John's gig. Yeah.
the king of
so-
subs.
Absolutely. So
And you've got a couple Jimmy John's now, right?
we have 4 total, 2 on the Treasure Coast.
Wow.
One in St. Lucie West and the one in Fort Pierce
And where are your other two at?
in Naples.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little further away.
Grown. Grew quick, too, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a good business. We've had some luck with our great employees that have really helped us, stabilize,
Yeah.
in a high turnover industry. I mean, you guys go in there a lot, you see the same
Same
people,
faces,
so
absolutely.
that's been great.
That's good because that will kill you.
Yeah.
That is a death to a small business is high
Absolutely.
turnover.
You see mom and dad? Mom and dad
Parents
are
are
in
in
St.
there.
Lucie West?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you don't have turnover.
Well, for those two,
you
yeah.
make your parents do it.
They're great employees. Sometimes they listen better than
or
others, but
indentured.
yeah. My mom will say she doesn't get paid, so it's
Yeah,
probably
then
more
that-
of
Dad
that.
was out at the ball
That
game
is
the other night,
definitely
handing
was.
out subs.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he loves
he was
doing
out
that
there.
event.
Absolutely.
He
So-
probably loves baseball since you grew up.
He
in
does,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a great
So,
story.
I don't
though.
get out there as much as I like,
No.
I have a wife and I like to stay married.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme
I-
right now. We could
I
all
have to-
use this.
I have to go
to
home
not
at
to
night.
show up to events.
Yeah.
That's the running
Yeah,
joke. I
that's
feel like
it.
everybody is usurping my patented excuse. I need to trademark it, but yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot going on in St. Lucie County and
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
There is,
nonprofits, and I want to go to all of them, but I just want to stay married.
Get those
Yeah.
chamber emails
Yeah.
at least once every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know it.
I mean, at least once every
Who
15
you
minutes.
telling?
Yeah. So
Well, that's
That's
good. Do you
great.
have kids?
we do. Twin girls,
Oh.
17-month-olds. So
Oh,
Definitely
twin
need to get home.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
At
better
night.
stay on top of
Yeah.
that.
so
Or just keep opening up stores and stay away.
Yeah.
I think that's what my wife thinks. I'm doing.
Yeah.
But,
Conveniently. Oh, I opened up another store. I didn't tell you.
yeah.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you for
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
our sponsor.
absolutely.
We love it, and it does really help fill the seats.
Yeah.
I mean, we need the.
Yeah, all the subs are gone. So.
Yeah, they don't last long. And when we come in, because we don't eat in the studio, as soon as we come in, a swarm of people going to get their
Yeah.
license just like swoop in and.
Well, hopefully,
Oh,
I
that's
brought
a
a
good
couple
trick.
new things today. There was a wheat sub roll that Jimmy John's is brand new, and
Oh.
some Kickin' Ranch. We're selling giant subs now, all 16 inches. So we do have a few new things going on.
It's
So
good. I mean, this is his opportunity to tell us about that. So wheat is new to the menu.
yeah, he loves the wheat sliced, and I think the wheat roll is just as good, if not better. So
Okay.
check it out.
And we've got all the standards.
All the standards still there. Yeah.
And you can buy 16-inch
The 16-inch giant sub.
giant.
So I know Trayer will probably be.
Yeah.
Trayer is
Excited
the
about that.
bottomless
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah, he is the
Yes.
bottomless pit right
He
there.
is the bottom. I will see him eating them here, and then he'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, where
are we
we
going to lunch? That was the whole car ride over, right, Lauren? Lauren, where are we going to lunch? Where are we going to lunch? I want to go to 2nd Street. Let's go to 2nd Street.
He calls it pre-gaming.
Absolutely. Well, I give it a little.
It's like a
tease,
shark.
so,
Once he bites,
yeah.
gets the blood, and he just
Absolutely.
keeps going now.
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah,
on
yeah.
until about 4 o'clock.
It's funny.
Well, thank
Well-
you for everything
Yeah.
you do for the show.
And
Thank
bringing him
Appreciate
to
it,
us because
yes.
we're enjoying the partnership very
Absolutely.
much. All right, you have agreed to help us out today. Paul and I always play a little bit of
Finish
a game
the show.
to finish the show because we are here to educate.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly we're educating people on how not educated we
Or,
are,
yes,
but
to find out how much we do not know.
exactly. That is the education they're getting today. But in honor of back to school, because next month is back to school, August 3rd, we're going to do a big event with Larry Lee and the Lighthouse Foundation and Children's Services Council, who was a big sponsor for Debbie's organization. We're going to do a huge event on Friday the 3rd. And everybody in the school system that is an employee gets in for free. And this year we're going to...
Yeah, we had a couple thousand last year.
Yeah, we're actually going to buy a
2,500 or
ticket
something.
for a companion. So not only does the employee now get in free, but if they want to bring a friend.
Awesome.
And that is also kids get in free night. So entire families for school board members can come in. And we are offering businesses, to have a business tie-in, the opportunity to have a table out front. So we do a big vendor space and get some resources out to the community. So in honor of back to school, because all the
Yes.
kids are going back to school, and I can't wait to run into all those buses in the morning.
Oh, lovely. Going down US 1.
I know, we get 2.5 months for freeze, and that's it. But we're going to do state capitals.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
I know he was tipped off and he boned up, but we'll see how it goes. But state capitals today, and Bobby's going to ask us the questions.
Okay.
And then we'll reserve some. We have some baseball tickets to a member of our audience that wants to weigh in on the state capitals as well.
So how many are we going to do here? So we know.
I don't know.
So best out of 7
we'll see
or
how it goes.
10 or
Yeah.
till you get ahead?
Till I beat you.
Okay. It's usually how these games work, you know? She figures it out. Oh, I need one more. Let's tie.
So I can do it in 3 notes.
All right.
We'll go to my home state where I grew up,
Oh,
Michigan. What is the capital of Michigan?
I know it, and I don't want Paul to copy.
Oh, gosh.
You know, in 7th grade, Mr. DeVoe wouldn't let us pass 7th grade until we knew all our state capitals, and it stuck with me. I can't tell you what I ate
don't
for
know.
breakfast, but state capitals are right there.
I even went to school very close to it.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
It might have had another word before it. Like a directional word.
Starts with an L.
Oh, I got it.
Ah. Very
That is
good.
correct.
All right.
Yep.
But do I win that because I was like,
Yeah, I
being
pretty
No,
much
like,
gave it
absolutely
to you.
not. You
lob
can
that
call a
into
friend, or
him.
phone a friend in, or
Oh,
you can phone a
you
friend in.
phone
Let's
a
start
friend.
phoning a friend.
I don't want phoning a friend. All right, you got Trayer. I'm going with Mary Craig.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Here we
All
go.
right. Honor of the Mets AAA team. Let's
Ah.
go with Nevada. It's the capital of Nevada.
Oh, we both
It's
got that one.
really
right.
good.
All right.
Yep, you guys
Carson
are both right.
City.
Yep.
Carson City. So we're 1.5.
Get outta here.
To
Next
two.
one wins.
No.
No.
What if we? Okay, go ahead, Bobby.
Let's go with North Dakota.
Spelling might be a little off here.
Are you ready?
Gosh, I might have the South Dakota mixed up.
I don't know. We don't
You
have
got-
the same one. I have Bismarck. You have Pierre. Which one is it?
It's Bismarck.
Woohoo!
What, South
Carissa
Dakota was
wins.
Pierre?
South Dakota
Dakota's
is Pierre.
Pierre.
It's the same thing. They should be one state anyway. Who goes there? What's the
pretty
population
sure they
of those
don't feel
places?
That way. I hope we don't have a big viewing audience in the Dakotas.
No.
But I'm
It's
pretty
not a big
sure we
vacationing
don't.
spot for people from
No.
South Dakota and North Dakota.
Let's see if somebody from the
Gosh,
audience
darn
wants
it.
to answer the next.
Okay.
Well, first you have to volunteer, and then we'll give you the question. Who wants to volunteer? You're going to win some baseball tickets.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
Renee,
That's a
very
good idea.
good.
We'll do these for the prizes.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll do it for
All
the
right.
prizes. There you go.
Renee
So you beat me. Now it's over.
from
We're done.
No. We'll do it. We'll
Okay.
do a couple more, but we want to include the audience too.
All right.
It's not all about us.
I'll try.
All right.
These are for what does she win here?
Couple tickets to a Mets game.
All right.
Let's
All right.
go, Bobby. You ready?
New York.
Ooh.
Albany.
That's
Very
it.
nice. 2 tickets. Who else wants to take a crack at it? We'll get him to. We'll get him to her after the show, but that's
Okay.
fine. Who else wants to take a crack at it? I see some millennials in the back that I feel should be closer to this knowledge than we. And
We're
they're
giving
all
away
like, no.
tickets. I want you guys to
You
win
see
'em.
that on TV? Or did you read about that?
No.
One of the minor league teams. They're doing Millennial Night.
Oh, they're doing Millennial Night. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Everybody gets a certificate of attendance.
An easy one?
Going
Participate.
in.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, Megan. Megan's gonna do one.
She wants an easy one.
No.
Florida.
Oh, come on. Couple tickets for Megan. All right, Paul, we'll do a couple more.
All right. We're back on.
We're back on. Get your thinking cap on. What you got?
Maine.
Maine.
I don't know. This is wrong.
I think I know it. Don't.
Does it start with O?
No.
Augusta.
Augusta.
Forget it.
Augusta. Augusta. Yeah. yeah.
Orono?
That's not even a place.
It is. I'm out. Augusta.
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 Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back to
Thank
the
you,
audience for a couple
Augusta.
more.
Okay.
and
All right.
We do have
And,
a couple more tickets if somebody else wants to take a crack at it.
Next month, we're going to do baseball trivia.
Get back in the winner's seat.
Baseball trivia. No.
Augusta.
Augusta, Maine.
Isn't that in Georgia? Augusta? Is that where they play the Masters?
The golf.
There
yeah.
is in Augusta, Georgia. Yes, you're right. They do play a PGA tournament there.
Masters.
Who
Just that
else
little
wants
tournament.
to weigh in?
Just that little tournament
All
called
right.
the Masters.
Does somebody have one they can stump Paul and I if we can't come up with it? Anybody? A smaller state? Okay. What do you got?
Vermont.
Montpelier,
Mount Pelier.
right? All right. She didn't stump us, but we'll get her 2 tickets anyway. All right. We appreciate it. Thank you
Yep.
for that.
That was fun.
It was for you. For Paul,
We'll see you
not
next
so
year,
much.
I'm sure. That's it. You're done.
Yep. Went over as
Thank
well
you
as
for lunch again.
Yes.
I'm
first
sure we speak on behalf of.
Of everybody
the
here, the
entire
Ada
audience,
sub,
yeah.
especially Trayer.
Sure.
Trayer's going to thank you 3 or
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah.
But thank you to our audience. I appreciate you all being here today. And, of course, to Debbie Van Sluten from the ARC of St. Lucie County. We appreciate that. And Flynn and Mike, our director.
Awesome job.
Always Jimmy Johns for bringing in the subs, which bring in the people. And, of course, to the Mets and their whole team. Lauren for putting together today's game. And Trayer for eating all the sandwiches, showing people how it's done. And, of course, to Paul Tagliari
we
for
love
being
doing
my
this.
co-host.
That's great.
Till next time, everybody, don't forget, 3rd Monday of the month, noon, free, open to the public, and you can come on down, too. Have a great day.